E.I. Couse was born in Saginaw, Michigan in 1866. Couse studied for 3 months at the Chicago Art Institute, spending hard-earned house painting money on courses. Couse returned to Saginaw to earn more money so he could enroll in the National Academy of Design in New York City, and in 1887, spurred on by his success at student exhibitions, he enrolled in the Academie Julien in Paris. In Paris, Couse met two individuals that would be central to his life and development: his future wife, Virginia Walker, and the second, a mentor and the man who first brought Taos to his attention, Joseph Henry Sharp, a central figure in organizing the Taos Society of Artists and is widely considered the spiritual leader of the Taos Founders. Couse continued to live and work in France, painting the countryside scenes that provided sellable in Europe and the United States. Couse began painting portraits, which married his established academic side to the study and documentation of the human form. He kept a studio in New York City that he occupied during the winter exhibition centers and successfully sold a great number of his paintings there. In 1897, the Couse family moved to Oregon, just south of Virginia's childhood home, onto a ranch owned by her family. Couse built a studio and painted the Klickitat Indians of the area. 4 years later, he moved to New York City, drawing upon his sketches and paintings of the Northwest Indians to create Native American-themed work that provided quite popular with the New York buyers. Couse traveled to Taos to visit artists Bert Phillips and Ernest Blumenschein. He rented a house next door to Phillips' studio and began painting the people of the Taos Pueblo. He would spend every summer between 1902 and 1926 in Taos, eventually establishing permanent residency there in 1927. Couse used two individuals, Ben Lujan and Jeron Gomez, as his favorite subjects for the majority of his Taos paintings. Usually they were kneeling or squatting, engaged in a task such as preparing food or making craft, and are often lit by firelight. In the daylight scenes, Couse used a soothing palette and a softness of tone and a detail to create peaceful scenes of the native relationships with nature. Though Couse's pieces are less ethnographically accurate than many of his contemporaries, his handling of the subjects is unforced with a relaxed quality that impresses in the ability to convey concentration or rest with very little facial or muscular detail. In 1914, Couse painted his first piece for the Santa Fe Railroad. Over the rest of his life, he would paint 22 canvases for the railroad, usually included in their yearly calendar. Only 2 of the pieces were commissioned. The rest were chosen by the railroad out of Couse's stock of existing work. E.I. Couse died in 1936, a successful and famous painter, selling to the likes of John D. Rockefeller. Couse's gift to Western art was significant and is recognized as today a major figure in the Western art scene. The couse-sharp Historic Site Museum in Taos is dedicated to Couse and Sharp's studio and includes many of their paintings, Native American artifacts, and a large group of historic Pueblo pots used in their paintings.